Alright. Let's send this tag on out, and then we're good to go. So yeah, we got there. I know I haven't streamed Runeterra in a few days. I don't know, man. Streaming Runeterra was like kind of shocking to me almost, because off stream I was killing it. Then anytime I went on stream, it was just immediate, like not even 50% win rate. I was going from like 75% win rate back to like probably like 45% or something. Like I was actually losing progress. And like I'm used to streaming other games, so I didn't think I would be affected that much here. But apparently so. I don't know. I don't have a good answer explanation for it. But yeah, so I mean, once I got into Masters, I basically did all this off stream, so it's lame. I would have loved to have been able to do this on stream and share the experience with people. But yeah, once I got to Masters, it was another 14-3 streak essentially to get me up to the relevant LP that I'm at now. And yeah, we're in. We're qualified. This is good stuff. So the way this tournament's gonna work is if we win, there's gonna be 5 best of 3s basically. And if I'm able to win 3 of them, then I'll get a card back that no other player will be able to get unless they do the same. And I think that would be a nice pickup. I think that would be a nice flex. I don't play this game that much. I don't know that much about this game, so I don't know that winning the whole thing and being in the money for like 10k is realistic. But I mean, I'm not crazy stressing about this one either. I honestly, like, the fact that I even got in was like already kind of my goal. So anything I pick up here beyond now is a bonus. But that being said, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. I am always playing to win. But I mean, now with the problem of we're supposed to bring 3 decks. They're gonna ban one of them, and I feel like one of my main decks is probably gonna get banned. So tonight and tomorrow, I basically just need to start learning how to play some of these other decks and figure out which one I actually want to bring. Figure out my lineup. It's also possible, like, these are the decks I've been using for ladder, and it's entirely possible that bringing, like, a Nivea to the tournament is a bad idea. I have never played a card game tournament, so I know that there's a whole drafting thought process that goes on here, and I'm not going to be doing that. Also, it's going to be open list, so there's a few cards that I had in my setup that I think were really effective. Potential surprise cards for ladder, right? Like, not many people are playing around the box. Opponents are just going to be able to see it. And if they can see it, they know it's coming. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Shenfura sounds kind of interesting. My biggest concern with this deck is lack of draw power. This is a deck I yanked off of ladder. Knowing me, by now, I'm probably going to make some changes. But I guess, I mean, we don't have to worry about our ladder LP now, so we can just kind of crater this on back to 0 and not feel bad about it. But maybe it's just time to do that. Man, watch there be some, like, bug with the tournament and this actually would matter, but it says I'm qualified. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm pretty sure other people are playing ranked again now, too, so it would be controversial. So they're going to be passing until turn 3, I believe. We could just do the same, or we could... We don't need 2 Screeching Dragons, I think. But I don't think they're going to be playing much early, so I think we could just hold this and double pass. We're attacking on odds, though, so Fura's actually going to feel pretty bad if she comes out against Remembrance. Which this should be Remembrance. If it's Solari... Let's give him a potential Solari. Okay. I will gladly accept. I mean, if he's on Pale Cascade... If he's on Pale Cascade, we actually don't have a good swing here. I think we just drop her. I don't think we swing. Or do we care? If he spends Pale Cascade now, let's find out. He does. Like, we don't have anything like a repose to pass to next turn, so she was basically always going to have to live under that umbrella. I think I'm okay with that.
Each journey is a discovery.
So I think this is going to be as simple as start over here.
Honor dictates both our actions.
Problem is, Fiora might not even have a viable target. Yeah, our only real combat trick is single combat. Their stat lines don't really make this super appealing. I almost wouldn't mind just getting a little bit wider here. Play a Sithri on the back of his next turn. This list that I yoinked runs one rally. Yeah, without a card like Repost here, I don't think this is going to be an interesting turn otherwise. But he's not really threatening anything for us yet. We did lose Bright Steel value.
Let the light guide you.
We don't have an attack stat line that can grab her. I mean, if he has single combat, he's not really doing much to us here. Let's see, we're gonna have 10 next turn. We'll be swinging in with 2+5. This seems okay.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
We'll take a 4. Very nice pickup. Okay, yeah, this attack is suddenly feeling a lot better to me. Are we actually?
Honor guide me. Don't hold back.
Nah, let's grab the Lux. This riposte will give us potential to just grab the kill on her with riposte if it comes to it.
Nature blesses her followers.
Face my shield. Ever vigilant.
+2, +5. So we're not quite on lethal. We're close. I think we could start with reposts. Probably Shield Shen here. If he blinks, then we can play another card. If he doesn't, then we have single combat unlocks.
Nature blesses her followers.
Yeah, I see no reason to play repost for pushing damage here. Let's just... I mean, do we care about... Nah, he's got a blink, so I'm, like, do something here. Okay. Do I care about saving Shen here? I don't know how does this take Lux out. Even if she levels up, she'll be 6. If he had like Pale Cascade, I guess, then he would level up past. He is isn't in Iona either way. Concerted is probably safer here. We don't have mana for both. If he has Bastion, though, this is weak. So let's see. I don't know, maybe we weren't supposed to be doing reposts. I mean, him being Targon, Hush was always going to be a factor. Single combat plus Consider Strike would have felt a little bit better here.
Pushing my limits.
Like, if the riposte sticks, then obviously great, but that's a big ol' if.
Going to the light.
Alright, we're still barriered here, so that's fine. His only real laser target is Hawk, which, yeah. So this is my big concern about Furish and why I've never been a huge fan of this deck, though, is the draw power lacks a lot. It feels like you get like one good stab at stabbing your opponent, and then you just start to taper out real fast.
Our sun will not set today.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
I am the bulwark against darkness.
Always 2 steps ahead.
3-5-2, we got 10 banks. Yeah, this is just our whole hand.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Alright, he can't make a laser this turn anyway. Concerted would probably have to be River Shaper to get us a draw plus Fiora on Pale wouldn't save Leona. Is Raven the higher value pickup though? That or we could pick up Lux. And not really worry about Fiora. That might be the safer play here.
For a worthy opponent.
If he has single combat here though. Or if he has single combat, we're kind of just tuckered out. Even though we're sparking his shield, he'll give us a draw, I'm pretty sure.
A gift from the river folk.
I mean, tonight, not bad.
Let them eat swords.
Sweep them away.
Strike crit. En garde.
Back, unbeliever!
So he's pushing 5 either way. I'm not sure if we're supposed to care more about Lux or Leona here. I feel like it has to be Lux. Yeah, Sharp Sight not really relevant of a draw here. That's not bad. That's extremely good. This is a one of. Yikes. They can multi-stun us, but at the very least we'll have 3 blockers with barrier. Yeah, dude. Nice. Are we denying this? Five mana left to redeploy. We can block 7, so he would need to be able to redeploy 8 with 5 mana left. So I guess like 2 drop and a couple 1-drops could maybe do it. If we play him next turn, then she can just stun him. So I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to say sure, and then play him as a blocker, and just whatever happens, happens.
Nature blesses her followers.
Whatever, this double stun. I guess he just needs one more. If he has Pale Cascade open, this gets punished, otherwise we live. Okay. 1 health is perfectly fine here. I'm pretty sure if we played a unit and they had another Daybreak to play, then this is suddenly a very, very different situation. So we're threatening lethal. Not really. We would need a good top deck here. Like that. Exactly like that. Okay.
Them eat souls. Intruders. Try me. Nature blesses her followers.
Ooh. Tough time to hush. Yeah, we're just all in. We've got deny to compensate. I don't know if they would have like a triple hush. Nope. So what is this third deck you're speaking of? Alright, sorry. Checking in with the chat now.
I expected.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. I was really happy with Kyber Counselor earlier today. We, oh god, it climbed. We're not supposed to be gaining LP right now. I was looking forward to tanking back to 0. What is happening? Yeah, I had a bunch of fun with Kyber Council today. God, there was one moment I got a new tool to help me manage OBS scenes. There were a couple of misclicks I had for like literally the first time using it. Blade was talking at one point. Okay, I know the button I hit. I hit the button to mute my mic. I don't know how, because like these are just like crisscross buttons, right? Like perfect comedic timing went back to the live scene menu, and the live scene menu automatically plays music. So it sounded like, oh god, Blade's talking, just get us out of here. Honestly, that's the type of thing, if I was like willing to host a show and just do gags like that, that would be something I would love to do deliberately. So the fact that it happened purely accidentally was 10 out of 10 to me. Yeah, that made me really happy. Yeah. I mean, so with the winner that was able to get off stream, I'm almost kind of wondering if I should just keep on trying to climb a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Like, I did the math on like the people who were, oh, they actually dropped a little bit. This used to be 1,200, and this was like 1,000. So the people who have this LP are playing like, at minimum, they have to be ahead like 22 wins per day or something obscene, assuming that they're only gaining, 15. It was like a really ridiculous rate that it's like, I'm not really trying to do that. But, I mean, part of this tournament is going to be, I don't know where I stack up in this game, because I don't play it that much, but, like, when I was off stream, just going to town, we had ridiculous win rate. And, like, consistently, too. It wasn't just like, oh, yeah, I got a lucky streak. It was like, no. If I shut my stream off and just queue up for the most part, I was, like, 75% consistent. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the format. We have a best of 3. This is not the thing I'm supposed to be clicking. Yeah, this is a best of 3, and they will be able to see all 3 of my decks. They will actually be able to check the cards too, and they will be able to pick one and ban it. I must have an unlucky follower. What am I missing? Huh? How custom is this deck? This is ripped off of the top of the Masters win rate for this archetype, so extremely not. I have made 0 changes right now. That will likely change. Stuff like this, I'm not sure. So this does solve a little bit of my issues of, you know, not having draw power. You know, we give him barrier, we can get multiple strikes, we can potentially make, you know, more units to be able to play. Because our hand did get pretty small at the end there. We got some lucky, like some very lucky top decks. If we drew at all differently there, we'd lose. That being said, yeah. Just a 4-mana 3/2. Even with the support that this deck can offer him, I'm not sure I'm feeling it exactly. I could go either way. 3-9 is like, well, you'd love to have that in some matchups and would absolutely despise it otherwise. 2 Spirits Refuge probably feels okay against aggro, but I'm not sure. Like, Spirits Refuge can get countered really easily by self-kill spells like Noxian Fervor, which we aren't seeing that much of now, but... Whoa. I didn't actually realize this had 2 of. That is too rich for my blood. If you draw 2 of those early, you're gonna feel so sad. The best way to play is to expect that your top card is always 1 card you need. I wouldn't say expect, but I think you need to play around it. So there are some situations. I have won some matches where I said, like, okay, I don't have this card in hand, but the only way I can win is to set the board up so that if I draw that card, then I'm in good shape. Especially if you know you run 3 of them and you haven't seen one yet, then you've actually got pretty okay odds of that happening. And yeah, when it does, you feel super big brain. Why are the unit ratios so weird? I mean, I'm just gonna dip in here for a second, see what's up. Oh, this isn't running any Notify. I was wondering. Do I even want to be in this list? Notify is going to be extremely relevant. It would have been relevant today. Like burping. That exact match we just played. Okay, so if we put in 2... Alright, we're kind of lowering our spell ratio still. I'm not sure. I mean, so let's see. I'm just gonna sort by Demacia, Ionia, Master. I mean, this deck has the highest win rate by a pretty fat margin. All right, let's. I'll go half and half. I still think this is. You take this down to 1. I still want to Notify because there's a lot of matchups where it's going to be quite nice to have in this tournament. See, but I'm still just kind of wanting to. 3 Deny, I don't know if I agree with. 3 Deny actually could feel pretty good. 3 Deny could like auto win me some matches. I'll try this. Screeching Dragon, I don't know if I want to go down to 2 of. Let's try this. So heavy stun, which actually could be annoying to deal with here. I have no idea how to mulligan this deck. I mean, keeping the 5-drop has to not be the play, but... Did we actually get anything from curving? Or, I don't have a good... I need to fix my emotes too. My emote metagame is extremely unacceptable. You can play the 1-drop.
Protect their own. Vine and wisp, steady my hand.
We're just fishing with Fiora right now. If you play something, then we deploy Fiora and go for it. And I'm pretty sure that's what he's thinking about right now. For Fiora decks, this is such an obvious play. Like, there are some of the decks that people forget to play around sometimes, but yeah.
Watch your back.
Okay, so we've got 7 banked. If we, this isn't really. I kind of feel okay with this line.
The eye of twilight sees all.
Daylight breaks on the battlefield.
So is a stunning Shen? We could do like, I don't think we deny this. I mean, we don't realistically actually have to do anything this turn.
Glorious light rains down.
This, we could do like a half bluff swing.
Who would trespass here?
There's no reason for him to actually like go for a block here, I don't think.
I will protect you.
So now whatever he possibly plays in response, unless it's Hush. Okay, so we can pick up Yasuo with single combat. I don't know if he would run Notify. If he does, this is gonna feel god-awful.
My grove.
I'm surprised he didn't go for Hush first.
Blade never gets any lighter. Even I have good days.
They would fall by my blade.
We probably are forced to deny whatever Leona's done he might have. I mean, she's not level up, I take it back.
I find them unworthy.
I guess we're priced into dragging this. We don't really have a card to, like, reach up now. Yeah, I think maybe back from turn 3, we should have just played Fiora. We were, like, we took the cheeky pass, and it kind of made our curve awkward because of... Yeah, like Shin is just kind of swinging in here.
Ever vigilant.
If he taps low, I might just rally here and have Fiora take out Leona. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of... Like, we can play a Shen.
The fate of mortals and spirits falls to me.
Yeah, I don't know. That cheeky pass on 3 is actually a play I would probably end up taking more often than I'd like to admit. So, good to see how this is playing out without running that. I need a catchphrase as well. I don't know if we're quite there yet.
I face my fate. Your turn.
We're just thinking for pretty much always here. Are we playing Bright Steel now? This isn't a terrible rally, actually. That might have to be what this is.
You're covered.
Duty, selflessness, heavy burdens.
So the problem with the rallying, it's no longer a problem. I was gonna say if they have a Daybreak unit still, like any good way to try to level up Leona like Raven plus a bunch of other drops, then rally here would just be kind of a
Enforced
dead strat.
Honor guide me.
Don't think we're gonna have that issue though.
Try me.
Now the other issue, we have no reach on Yasuo. We have no reach on Infinite Mind Splitter either. I don't even know if we have anything to gain from using these two. It's kind of too late to worry about keeping them alive almost. Hush would kill Fiora, but wouldn't actively do anything else, and he already has this committed to killing Fiora, so I don't know why he would. So we pick up 2 out of 4 with Fiora, but unless she's able to start getting like single combats, her level up means absolutely nothing here. We're not dead on board yet, we're 1 off. So I guess I'm probably in the opposite boat now. I think I would probably just slam the Fiora on 3, and if they pass back, then I'll just blow them mana. It's basically what you used to do with Vi. I don't see any possible solution out of this unless we pick up like Concerted, but even then we don't even have enough to like Concerted him. Just straight up. Yeah, I don't think there's any draw that we could particularly get here that's going to save us. If you deploy something, we draw Bright Steel, maybe. Probably not.
Chosen of the sun.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Or getting Fiora on the board at 3 would have just been so much cleaner. Let's see. Lux Kench. What? It's not a bad curve. We're attacking on odds. Sure.
These woods protect their own. Who would trespass here?
Sure. I don't know if it would be better to just play Bright Steel, but we'll see what they play. Yeah, there's Remembrance. We don't have a good Concerted yet. Yeah, I think Bright Steel Protected might have been a safer neutral line. Ooh, that's a bullshit pickup. That helps me greatly. Either or, man. Have at it. I give you my permission to take this attack now. And like, because he's not in Targon, like, you know, Kench, Soraka, or you know, whatever Demacia Targon invoke. Ooh. Still not really concerned. We gotta... Okay, we have to play along. We have to barrier Fiora. If we barrier this, then it's just gonna look like, oh no, please attack me.
Counter and strike.
So even if he has single combat here, nothing is really happening.
Nature blesses her followers.
If he had single combat, I think he should have dragged Fiora. Because we were tapped out.
Denounce magic.
So we play Shen here. I don't know that he could really do anything to stop this Shen from happening. I mean, Shen's gonna take a beating.
The fate of mortals and spirits falls to me.
So we have 7 next turn. Not really all that meaningful. I mean, we have tools to like defend one of them dragging Fiora, but whatever. Do we care that much about Shen living here? I don't know.
You're covered.
Enforced equilibrium.
Strike quickly, strike try me.
There is still a universe where like single combat can be a thing, but if it is, then this is just gonna go down this way anyway.
Protect and strike.
We have Sithra. We should probably keep the small units alive for now.
Nature blesses her followers.
Yeah, that's fine. We were going to be dealing with that as challenger pressure next turn anyway, so we walk out of this with the Fiora barrier. We didn't have the mana to like try to defend both at once.
Stand in, you have no alibi.
UGLY? So what could dude be doing? If he has Concerted, then Fiora is concerned. Concerted might be a safer play here. I don't know if we want to run this Fiora card. I already spent 1 Fiora. We're spending another here if we do that. Concerted will at the very least kill him for sure. I still feel like he has single combat.
I long for a worthy opponent.
This is like mutually assured. If he has single combat or concerted, then he'll kill my Fiora, we'll kill his dude. Nopeify would be excellent to have here, by the way. Okay. She picks it up.
I have no equal.
Alright, lady. What else you got? Lux? He can't play Lux. Okay. So we're going in with 9? We can't play Cytherea here. That was actually a really nice roll for him. I mean, we're not actively, like, dealing damage to his Nexus, though. So we gotta do a full-blown attack now, I think, just to force him to block. And then we can, you know, riposte Fiora or whatever. Concerted would still kill Fiora, for whatever that's worth.
I am unbinged.
So I go.
So, like, he's not in Targon. He's not gonna have that many Kench buffs. So riposte would just, like, immediately counter
And release. Steady my hand.
Kench's attempt to eat.
Try me.
We're probably just supposed to pick up the kill and threaten lethal. I mean, he doesn't have Star Shaping. He doesn't have any healing cards, so if we drag Tom Kench, we would actually just be fine. Regardless.
Try me.
If he has a second Kench as well.
Nature blesses her followers.
I mean, Shen lives here. I don't know that we really need to press a button. We're not pushing damage, but... I'm just curious. I'm so not used to this deck. Like, if he has considered, that would be the time. Pop a shield, kill. So now that we spent that, we actually don't have a way to support Fiora next turn, so she's just gonna get eaten. Which I guess riposte plus Kench eat guarantees that he would live regardless. Windy concerted. Nopeify doesn't stop the eat. Well, yeah, it does. Oh god. That's really tragic for him, actually. That's convenient.
You will be scoured from this land.
Oh no. We're at 2 to 4, so if we Spirit's Refuge block.
The sun is shining. We should too.
We can sit through it. His last 3 mana is gonna be eat. And our last 2 mana is gonna be stopping that from happening. I think that sounds okay.
Let's brighten up their day.
Do it. Do it, dead. He actually doesn't have mana banks for Sharp Side now, so he's maybe worried about, like... Interesting. Okay. Do we get anything for, like, burst leveling him up here, though? Because it's the barrier after he levels up, I'm pretty sure.
Follow my lead.
I find them unworthy.
Try me.
I don't know if this ordering really matters.
Hold back the darkness.
We kind of, I'll be curious if he tries to eat this turn. I don't think we can play anything. I think we just have to bluff a lot of reactive spells. It's possible we're supposed to just save Shen here, though. That's probably true.
Balance favors you. They are under my protection.
He's got to be sitting on something. Oh, the Repose, maybe? Considering using it on Lux. Could be a reason for us to not save Shen here.
Better, brighter than before.
Interesting. So he's going to walk out of here, saving everyone, basically. We're still swinging for 10. Yeah, so by saving Shen, we did give him an alive Lux.
No more holding back.
Yeah, fair enough. We did get slightly punished for that.
Whatever shape the land and give it life.
On the off chance we draw a second Notify or something, I guess we should probably just do this. Because even if we save her and get her back out of Kench, her timer will be reset. This is probably not a good plan.
Swing within the flows of magic.
We've got 3 Deny, we've got 1 more Notify, so
Appetizers of plenty.
not exactly that.
You had your chance to walk away.
Banish the unworthy.
Oh, I don't require.
Not really a relevant pickup.
Stands in our way.
I mean, if he has E plus or Repose in hand, then we get punished for developing anyway.
Stay back.
Never back down from what you believe.
Alright, a couple free draws.
A gift from the river folk.
Okay, the Knight was literally the next card, so I was extremely close to correct there.
Take.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? 2 out of the next top 3 we're gonna save Fiora there. That is unfortunate. Like, the fact that Rally is slow, like if we play anything, he just plays something in response, he blocks, and suddenly our attack just isn't interesting here. I think we're equal in hand, we just want to get some power cards back, so I think we're just fine to slow down a little bit.
Nothing to worry about if you have nothing to hide.
Okay, so we can just deny that.
I am one with the land.
This adorable day thinks as Kench is leveling up here. You know, we actually maybe could have reposted first.
Magic has no place here.
Okay, so he taps under to 10. This just isn't a compelling rally. We're still like in a weird spot.
Let us peruse this establishment fair.
Engulf them.
Investigating.
Let's try to be a little bit sneaky here.
Nature blesses her followers.
A gift from the river folk.
Ooh,
Waters are still.
that opens up some massive options here. Oh, this is perfect. We needed this.
I've got your back.
Until that happens. No, I take it back. We single combat, he dies. We're fine. But the rally still doesn't really do much here, I guess. Yeah, this works. We'll get Fiora back. Fiora doesn't really have a kill target though, so... Whoa. Wait, I'm wrong. Is this worth rallying on? If he runs single combat, we're just gonna get destroyed immediately. No, let's chill. We chill here. We don't need to press a button. We have like 2 buttons left. Ooh, hi. Yeah, man.
I walk the space between.
Go off. Extremely good that we didn't do anything there.
It must be done.
Oh God!
Nature blesses her followers.
I fight for the fallen.
We just cannot place it around single combat at this point. He's bad. That is not the order of the day. Like, she's not doing anything here.
Nature blesses her followers.
Do we need to do this? No. We save this for Fiora. Shen has been lovely. It's been a great time spending with him. But we give her the escort with this. Okay. So we're falling behind on hand here. He's got to play something. He actually has to play something here. Power of Gar Saxon. Listen. We got to get wide here.
You're covered.
He's got to pass.
I never hold. En garde! Will you comply, or are you complacent?
Yeah, okay, that is going to be a punish. Alright, we're going to lose Fiora. Unfortunately. If we had Shen still alive, we would get lethal here, but...
Fine and wisp. Steady my hand.
Is that true, though? He would have to detain, and then we would get Fiora back immediately. Her counter will reset, but... Like, he has to block here. Or does he think that she is going to stay alive? He might.
En garde!
I will end this here.
Oh, that's true, I guess. That's cute.
My growth.
So, I don't know what was in the rest of his hand, but developing there did.
Root them out.
Are you sure? I'd actually like to play a Fiora first.
By my honor, you must die. Put an end to magic.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
And like, what can he do? He doesn't have like a good concerted.
Counter and strike.
A double concerted, maybe? That'd be funny. We win. If he has a second blocker, then we don't win yet. I guess we should just let that attack go through.
And a long path to get here.
Doesn't really stop us from winning, though.
I will cut you
Yeah.
down.
That was a weird match. That archetype, I think I've heard him mention before, but like very rarely. It's like a offshoot of Tahm Kench Soraka, where instead of healing Tahm Kench, you just give him barrier support and like Demacia spells. Weird. This is very strange. And this is two matches, like every match that I've played now so far, that we're burning through our hand extremely quickly. I'm not a fan. Wait, do we just have to be, like, do we have to just try to find River Shaper, I guess, or Chevalier? I don't know. Am I only doing mirror matches today? This is mirror matches. I mean, I guess it's Demacia mirror, but let's try Miss Wraith. Miss Wraith just has a lot of draw power that I prefer. Doesn't really look harm it. I'm focused on the match during the match. I know it's less interaction than I usually do, but I'm trying to balance. I feel like Diamond 3. We gatekeeping? I can't even pretend it's gatekeeping. There's not Diamond 1. I actually don't mind hanging on to this. It's kind of trolling to do. I don't know how aggressively I'm supposed to hard mulligan for stuff like early drops. I'm probably supposed to do it pretty aggressively. Yeah, a lot more of this kind of flavor, let's say. Glimpse also not bad here. Actually, probably should have deployed this. We've got a good Miss Wraith curve. I'm not gonna question that at all. So we got 2+2. If he passes, which he should, this would be a fairly good Avalanche for him. He could have Avalanche plus Vile Feast, which would take Callista out, and we wouldn't have Glimpse in response. That is not a pass you can afford to take for the most part. I don't think we tempt fate here, though. Okay, now that we have Harrowing, we can just start flooding race. We kind of do not care. I don't want to play him just yet. I want to bank enough for Glimpse. He's probably thinking of like Grasp on Callista. So if we Glimpse, then we're effectively dealing 3 damage to him. This man does not press his buttons ever. I don't know if I respect it or feel bad for him. He could just be on a super bricked hand. If he's playing the classic Anivia list, he could just be on like a bunch of like Anivia, Harrowing, Rekindlers, Chroniclers even. If he plays for Chronicler here, then it would be extremely telling. The only thing that's a little bit spooky is if we get wiped this turn and Harrowing next turn, he could counter Ruination. That would slow our curve tremendously. If he dies, she'll resummon and we'll actually just make another Miss Wraith. I was wondering if that was gonna be like a second Avalanche. This is a very bizarre video game we're playing right now. He is unflinching.
Something ancient stirs.
Yeah, man. Sure. Ooh. I don't like it in this matchup, but we have to take it. We'll do a mild develop. So actually the very nice thing about this is now if we harrowing and he ruinates, then we just deploy these two. So this is actually a really good pickup, us being a little bit too snarky. Ooh, hi.
Snow, wind, and ice. A world in
You're adorable. Sets him up for whale, but like, eh. This is actually a fairly weak glimpse beyond. Let's go for it anyway. Whatever. Probably a really bad draw. It feels like that at the very least. Okay, if we play Callista, she's at 4 health now, so she's out of range of usual shenanigans. Again, are you sure? I mean, it'll get him draw, whatever. But like, I don't know what he could draw at this point. That's gonna stop. We're pushing one more by doing this. This also sets up better harrowing. I mean, you're getting health back, but you get no blocker here, sir. Just for good measure, we have Doom Beast over the top. Yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot that Miss Wraith was in the death pool. So actually, that wasn't as strong of an attack as I thought. I mean, we get a Miss Wraith for free, so like it's neat, but yeah. Yeah, I think they were just in a really weird draw. They're like, maybe just a bad mulligan. This is why I really like my version of Anivia, though. The fact that like I can say like, okay, we're up against Callista, Elise, and just hard mulligan for Grasp or Box. Just feels so much nicer. And I run 3 Box, and people are like, what are you doing? Because it's such a niche card, theoretically, but I just really like it now. Pirate aggro. I don't know how we're supposed to play this. We could probably ooh. We could probably outrace him. I'll play the no wonder. Wow. Okay. So this is kind of cute. If he tries to swing here, we could Risen Mists. Are you even supposed to, though? She can't block us. We just take 2, I think. We take 2, pop Risen Mist next turn, and just go him. Alright, so they do get a blocker on Callista. So this actually might be a Frenzied Skitterer next turn. Frenzied Skitterer also opens up, I was gonna say Glimpse, but potentially Onlooker.
Frog if you weren't fried!
I don't know if we're supposed to hold Callista back here. He takes the block here. We're only pushing 5 right now. Plus, these guys aren't dying. It would make his attacks more awkward at the very least, but... let's not feed her, I guess. I just don't know if I care about Callista level up that much. I mean, it's great, don't get me wrong, like... I think we're just supposed to be going face here. We're basically racing him right now. Okay, so he's down to 3 cards left. We have draw 2 and draw 2, so we can start pulling ahead pretty quickly here, I would say. I actually wouldn't mind, now that we have the harrowing, I actually wouldn't mind playing this defensively. I guess we can't harrow next turn though.
Who's ready for a show?
Since we don't have harrowing this turn, or next turn.
I promised a bloodbath. Dead men tell my tale. Fighting's a bloody business.
So he could level up GP before attacking next turn. That's potentially a bad place to be. We have Atrocity. And he is within Atrocity range. If he, like... He probably can't level up GP if he sacrifices Jack. Okay. I think we win then.
Lock the door.
If he has Noxian Fervor, then... he can just counter the Atrocity.
Remember the objectives.
Yeah, with a hand like this, we were probably supposed to just try to set up harrowing last turn. If he counters it, he counters it. Whatever, man. We probably just surrender here, but... Okay. I don't remember if we drew harrowing on turn 6, so maybe wasn't necessarily just thinking to bank for it in the moment. I'm not sure. I wonder while we're here. So he can effectively chump us out a lot. This harrowing is actually probably a keep. 2 harrowing is maybe a bit uncomfortable.
Come closer. I don't bite.
Thermo for 3. Go.
Hush now.
Okay.
Time for the main event.
Not a whole lot to think about here.
God axes need victims.
We're not looking at the craziest ruination right now, unfortunately. This pale isn't bad. Do it.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
Not bad. It gives us a pretty alright play next turn, but we can still set up for ruination. Or harrowing.
My beautiful face.
This harrowing is starting to look progressively better and better.
It's Draven time. Let's do this.
What have we gotten killed so far? 1 Mist Wraith, 1 Wraith Caller, 1 Elise. Yeah. I would prefer to die here. Alright. Number 1. Go. Not the craziest yet. We're building out our Mist Wraith portfolio.
Skitter out from the darkness.
Got an axe with your name on it. This is gonna hurt for you.
Sir, this one is... Sir. This has to be a Mystic here.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
We keep a real blocker. I'm perfectly fine with this.
So young.
I don't know if I like this attack. Okay, he'll swing with these two at the very least. Even 3. I want my board to be dead again. We just flooded a bunch of non-fearsome blockers. It's bold strategy.
Axes coming right up.
Is this herring actually gonna be that good? The Elise is gonna override some Mist Race, unfortunately. Skitter, nice. So we get 2 Mist Wraiths. Yeah, this is why I deployed that Skitter, and this is why I wanted him to die specifically. Okay. I think just to push this whole fearsome bonanza. I wonder if this is the correct play. Whatever, I'm experimenting. Let's just try this. He should have Static Shock, so he should just be able to kill both of these, but... it's just more stuff that he wouldn't be able to survive against normally. So if we do this like this, then I don't think the spider will take up spots.
You won't suffer long.
I guess Atrocity doesn't actually feel that great in this matchup.
Time for the moneymakers.
This man is just destroying his hands.
This is gonna hurt for you.
Okay, there's a Static Shock. That satisfies the conditions.
Draven out.
It's possible we weren't supposed to spend those 1/1s. Ooh. Two plus Doom Beast this turn into Risen Beast Opener plus 6 next turn. Not bad. This Atrocity again is very, very weak though. I don't know. And if we was Risen Mist, then he just blocks with Pharaon. Then we would have to like try to Atrocity. That wouldn't really... Let's just try to get him to tap under maybe. Get options out of him. If he goes for lethal first. Atrocity on the close is actually safer here. It's good that we got her. That's not happening. Normally I don't Brown Wave ever, but if you're gonna early shun, you take that. Not bad. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we knew that he probably had a Static Shock in hand, so that harrowing, because he was gonna make those axes into fearsome blockers anyway. I think we should have just kept the 4-3s. That was probably a misplay, because they were pushing the same damage anyway. I guess he would have just blocked with the spiders though. I don't know. I'm not sure. Do I dare to even try to, like, consider this deck? I feel like I'm just not. There's not enough time. Let's try some more race. Race was kind of my original default assumption for what I'd be running, so not bad. Freeze Wing is Nivea, so we're mostly favored here. I'd be curious if they run box. I don't think most Niveas would, though. I'm just gonna screenshot this. I could see arguments for, like, because this is like the most damage we can push on turn 2. It'd be nice to have a little bit more Mist Wraith action.
This'll take the chill off.
Yeah.
Come closer. I don't bite.
Awkward thing about Risen Mist here is, even if we like made a Mist Wraith at burst speed, we're still he would just value trade. Oh, this is just avalanche bait. He has a lot of potential to sustain in this deck. I don't know that this is the correct play. If he avalanches, we just glimpse. And at least still gets in for a 3 attack. Okay. Better hand. Suddenly a much better hand, and we blew an avalanche without having even done like our Mist Wraith line yet. I think that feels alright. He also can't take this block. Wild Feast. Okay. I'd like to try a rally in here instead of fail. I think rally could feel really interesting with race. Just set up some early, like turn 5 or 6 kills. Yeah, we don't really have a play here that just wouldn't give him another potential, like, avalanche setup. Ooh, we're not quite there yet. Interesting that he did not take that ruination. Grasp plus file plus nope. It's a lot of damage you're taking there, sir. You doing okay? He might have a second whale. It's technically better to have Pale plus Harrowing anyway for if he does an Avalanche, just to give us a stronger miss rate finish. Smoother aftertaste.
Here in your time of need.
I think we're perfectly content with our board being wiped here, right? I think I played Doom Beast just to grab some extra chip this turn. It'll dilute Harrowing though. I think we just have a pretty solid quality Harrowing. Unless he has Ruination, then it's a little bit yikes.
Let's soar. Strike them down.
I don't know if I trust this Harrowing. I think I would almost prefer to be on, like, Skitter or Open. I don't know. We can try this. His next turn isn't going to be end of view flipped yet anyway, so. There is the Avalanche instead of Ruination, which he can still counter, but I guess this target doesn't really matter, right? Either we're making it ephemeral or we're saving something that's about to die anyway, so yeah. Still counterable.
Bury all in snow.
There's maybe a call to develop there.
Skitter out.
Let's just go.
In the darkness.
Let's not allow something like a Kindly Tavern Keeper. Grasp here would be pretty solid for him. More of a desperate play. Okay. So he'll probably have a Kindler next turn, I would assume. There's no way that's harrowing. You have one Anivia dead, my dude. What?
Warm hearts and hot soup.
Okay, so he's got harsh winds now, which will actually probably make him feel a little bit safer than he should next turn. Nice. Very good pickup. If he has Ruination, it's probably gonna happen now. So he still has it for now. Are we supposed to just go for this now? Finish with Doom Beast potentially. He should have healing post combat though. Let's just. Because these aren't fearsome, it's a little bit too awkward. So him passing here means he doesn't see lethal yet. We have Pale Cascade as a potential surprise option. So he might be expecting Whale to cover this.
I protect this place.
So at this point he would need Vile Feast or another Kindly Tavern Keeper, which I think we've seen 2 now. So unless he runs Fading Memories like my deck does, which is extremely unlikely. Pretty sure I'm the only person who does that. I think we're in okay shape. Oh wait, I'm bad at math. Alright, we were 2 off. I don't think we touch a button.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
One candle for every soul.
So that is 6 plus 16. So we live with 1. He had like Vile Feast, but he can't Vile Feast, we would just play another thing.
I know what lurks in the
This is fine.
Let's soar.
It will all be over.
At this point though, we're just looking for Ruination basically. Or Harrowing. That, or I guess Skitterer also satisfies. I don't know, we have only 1 Atrocity in this deck. I feel like I would kind of prefer to go to 2. If we play Doom Beast now, and we find Harrowing next turn, then we're gonna be really, really upset that we took up the board space. That's not quite it.
We shall not rest until all betrayers pay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Atrocity just gives this deck a little bit of extra scrappiness that it needs sometimes. That or like this. Definitely too much. I'm not sure. Maybe, I think we were supposed to mulligan for Mistrace more aggressively, maybe. Try to find, like, Risen Mist Wraith Caller for an earlier, heavier push. We were basically nicking him for, like, 2 and 3, which Anivia is perfectly happy to take. We needed to, like, ramp up our Mistwraith damage more. This sets up some really interesting plays too. Like if you're on turn 4 and you bank 3 on turn 3 and you know you've got this in hand, I mean that's like Mistwraith on 2, bank on 3, Risen Mist on 4, and depending on what they do, especially if they don't have, you know, if they're not like a control deck and they don't have fearsome blockers, that is just straight up 6 times 12 on turn 4. It's not bad. And like Mark of the Isles and Pale Cascade are kind of redundant. It's just Pale Cascade is good for the draw, so it's just like a genuinely good neutral card, so people run it pretty willy-nilly. Does Ephemeral count towards deaths? Deaths for what? This is... I think this is just like massive ramp. I don't know if I'm supposed to be keeping Harrowing, but it feels right. That 4/4 check that likes to see 4 dust? Yeah. Anything that guarantees you're gonna die. So killing it yourself, giving it Ephemeral so that it dies. Yes. So we are playing against potential threat of Avalanche. This kind of just gives him a really comfy catalyst. If we force him to respond, then it'll slow down his ramp, and we're sitting on Harrowing, so... I'm okay with this. We want the Mistwraith to die pretty aggressively. Also, the Mistwraith will take priority over the Stygian in the Harrowing pool, so perfectly happy to have them dead. seems like this could be a Callista turn just fine.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
The mountain knows me. I am the traveler.
We don't have... If she was leveled up once, then we could set up a surprise level up. That would save her here. Don't think that's going to be happening here, though. That's also why this can be effective sometimes. Like, if this was just hitting face, and she was 1 out of 3, then yeah, we would just straight up level up here. I was hoping to find more mist rays here. We're getting fairly close to his Field of Rush turns. Okay. The problem is he's not actively killing my board, though.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Like, I don't know. This just feels odd. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so we get Harrowing on with the +1. This should be a fairly lethal feeling swing. Stygian Onlooker aside. What is there for him to think about here? Avalanche, go. He doesn't have Avalanche. He could have Ice Quake. Ice Quake would actually be kind of funny here. Ice Quake would just absolutely wreck me.
The light of my star.
Okay, so not quite. So he's basically 20 health right now. We're not killing him this turn. We do have another Harrowing on the way. Oh, Callista. Wait, I'm bad. Callista should be far right here so that she would level up. Whatever. We'll get him next time. Yes. What are we possibly even thinking about right now, sir? Yeah. Straight up, literally just would have been more damage. Oh well. Alright, he'll Field of Rush. We'll play Wraithcaller. He doesn't have Atrocity in deck, so our next Harrowing could just kill him outright.
The trolls
possible he could have a copy of Trundle in hand, so he would have Ice Quake for our next Harrowing, and that would actually kind of just wreck our face.
Bow to your king.
Pretty safe glimpse here. He doesn't have Overwhelm. Yeah. Just look for options. So we're at 9+3, so like I guess we have like Heron plays Doom Beasts. Mark of the Owl is probably going to be relevant. I really hope he doesn't have a spare Trundle. If he has a spare Trundle, I'm pretty sure we're almost just on auto concede. Okay. Wraith Caller, Mr. Wraith, and then 4 Callistas. It's not bad. Alright, this time. Literally, we could not screw this up this time. We'll get at least 1 leveled Callista. It's my guarantee. I'm gonna hope that this means he doesn't have Ice Quake, because otherwise this would be a really easy pass for him. That's the Ice Quake.
Believe or burn.
Or 1-off lethal.
They look angry. You don't stand a chance. You got a problem?
Good news is because of the mana that he played, he can't actually play Pillow this turn.
Back, heretic.
Yeah, Doom Beast to end to have a blocker for Trundle so he can't just open attack. Second Doom Beast potential finisher, which hopefully he won't have a Kindly Tavern Keeper.
Our vengeance has burned long enough. Act now! The wrong shall find their vengeance!
I guess it's possible he actually could have Catalyst in hand. If he does, then we kind of just lose. Why are you not saving that for next turn?
I'm gonna make a U-sickle. Hail to the king.
Once again in a position where 2 of Atrocity would give me so many more options here. And I'm pretty sure we're also just dead. Yeah, I had to marker the owls last turn. He got the solution that got him 5 health left, so Doom Beast would have been the only potential lethal here. Yeah, it's not quite gonna make a difference. Could it? I mean, we have plus HP here. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I think I would Atrocity more. I really am just feeling like triple harrowing. It's like, yeah, we had a couple of replenishes, but Atrocity just gives this deck a little bit of extra push that I would have liked to have seen. Wilderness Pursuit is kind of awkward with harrowing when I think about it. I mean, what else though? I think Ruination is kind of potentially interesting for this deck. Like, Ruination plus Harrowing will always kind of have synergy. I don't think that's really our style though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Palo Cascade is an option that everyone runs. I'm like, fair enough. It's fine. It can punish an Avalanche pretty hard. I'm gonna go back here. I wonder if there's any draw that we could add. Not from Demacia, really. Not really from Ionia either. Alright, they should have plenty of Frostbite, so this should feel a little bit awkward. Do we ever hate bringing 2 Fiora? It doesn't seem that bad. We can't really deploy Fiora safely on 3 unless we get his attack token out. I guess we would have Repost, actually. No, we wouldn't. If he shows the 5-1 challenger, then he's probably just going to swing.
Took the bait.
Okay, no pass. Yeah, we're just curving Fiora into Shen pretty much always here.
Hot on the trail.
We're also taking those damage pretty much always here.
The eye of twilight sees all.
I guess if he has Culling Strike, Fiora just kind of just dies now.
Knocked and ready.
I sense an imbalance.
But why Frostbite him?
Try me.
Culling Strike. Culling Strike. If we had Nopify in hand, man. This is worth a single combat. It's kind of not.
Protect House Laurent.
We're up 2 cards right now. I don't think we really need to panic. Yeti, go.
What did you catch?
Let's get a bit of value out of
Never breaks.
his attack.
All the world on one arrow.
He could like Brittle Steel to deny a draw, but that's his hand is tapping out real hard at that point. That's exactly. Just, I don't think he can do it. Brittle Steel stops Fiora from picking up kills, stops her from having attack. I already have such big hand advantage that like you cannot, and she's gonna die anyway. Like,
What form will the waters take?
okay, I'll take that.
I'm through waiting. Currents pull them down.
I'll always take this block gladly. Take this Glock badly.
From the
What's
river folk.
now you show up. We're running 3 deny, 2 Nopify. I could see flipping those ratios. I feel like we're gonna see Field of Rush a lot in the tournament though, and yeah, we would want to be on 3 deny for that for sure. Really? How dumb would it be to just like sharp side grab Hawk?
Enforced equilibrium.
If we do this, we're pretty much just inting Shen, so I don't think we can.
I long for a worthy opponent.
Swim within the flows of magic.
No going back.
He plays Katarina on 6, which is not really how you're supposed to use her, unless he has like a 5-1 challenger plus Katarina plan turn planned.
This might hurt.
This is going to be a lot of damage we're potentially taking though. Riposte helps.
They're afraid. They shouldn't. I have no time.
So. If we want to play around Brittle Steel, which I'm like 99% positive that he has in hand right now, that we're supposed to pre-sharp side.
Strike, we will revolt.
He might just have the 3-cost one that can frostbite her anyway. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. That is not how this works. Striking the barrier. I keep on forgetting, like, intuitively to me it feels like barriers are supposed to strike. Or like, if you strike a barrier then it shouldn't count. Like River Shaper, I feel like shouldn't draw a card if you hit a barrier. But I guess a strike is still a strike.
Balanced.
It's not about doing damage. So I guess we could have done a line of like Fiora block the Hawk or something, and then single combat. Single combat picks up Katarina because she isn't striking first, I believe. I'm like really fuzzy on my Katarina rules. But otherwise, I think we felt relatively okay there. The Frostbite was kind of annoying. Or like stopping us from actually like grabbing control of the board just yet. It's not a bad curve. A little better on evens though. Nice thing about this matchup is going to be that he can pretty much never deploy that on 3.
I am one with the land.
We're also going to get a nice push for 8 here. Maybe not.
My grove.
I mean, that's 1 drop for 2 drop. I'm pretty okay with that. So we did this before. He wants to play Zed this turn. If we pass, he'll pass and then play Zed, and then we're in an awkward spot. I feel like River Shaper is a little bit spicy. What could he do that would really make this feel bad?
Water changes but never breaks.
River Shaper kind of breaks this dynamic. Because now we're just getting a free draw. I guess like a 2 drop plus... No, not really. What?
Sweep them away. I see every move.
Yes, I will always take this.
Form will the waters take?
But if he plays Zed now, we just play Bright Steel. Like, this is just a really, really clunky position for him to be in.
Dragons, such fascinating creatures.
Or he could just not have it.
I would try me.
Get a very odd hand, you know, like 2 denies. Do we care about Radiant that much? If he has single combat, we would want to be able to do like... We need a little bit more mana banked if we're going to.
I long for a worthy opponent.
I guess we technically need like 9.
Got your back.
If we do this, he could single combat this to keep it alive. If he doesn't have it. I mean, he could... Nah, he just needs to be on single combat. Wait, this doesn't kill. Just bad at math. Yeah, I was right. We just wait. So he would need like single combat plus concerted if we go for this spell line. That or I guess Notify.
For Demacia.
I'd like to play River Shaper, but I don't think we get to. Yes. May I help you? And let's just kind of move on from that whole thought process.
So much for your justice. Two down.
We can't really... Are you spicy? I don't know.
Swim within the flows of magic.
342. Maybe a more interesting play. I'm kind of fine chilling with the Fiora win con for now. If he passes here, he's like bluffing Judgment potentially, which is
Engulf them.
not fun. Wait, why do we care? We have Deny. I'm an idiot.
Put you down. Strike quickly, strike deftly.
Oh. That's cheating. My draw. My beautiful draw, what have you done?
Our time is nigh.
This fishes for another deny target, like a concerted strike he would have this turn. We got options. I feel like we're putting out so much pressure for him right now that I don't think we play around it necessarily. I don't think we force it, I think we chill and get ahead elsewhere.
Land and give it life.
Feet were made for Rome.
So if we had... If he hadn't silenced us and we found like another removal, this would have been game. Interesting.
Back, you, go!
We swim within the flows of magic.
My shield is yours.
Maybe we should have played her first.
Sweep them away. A gift from the river folk.
Not bad. It helps.
Ask me about dragons, I just may have an answer.
They would fall by my blade.
We'll chill a bit.
We fight for those who cannot.
We're banking 10, we're like showing 8 here. So we couldn't really do anything other than play Green Glade, I guess.
These woods protect their own.
Relax and strike.
Your move. Nature blesses her followers.
Currents
Normally I would take out the Garen here, but I would kind of prefer to take out Mina. Or I would prefer to get the River Shaper draw, specifically.
I long for a worthy opponent.
Are we playing into removal here? We kind of are. We don't have a counter option.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
This is probably the more responsible play.
waters are
So much for your justice.
We're banking 13, we're holding 12. Okay.
Soldiers to me.
Looks like I'm ready.
engulf them.
En garde.
I feel like a judgment is coming.
Warned you. 1 foot grounded. Stay back.
What are you?
I'm pretty sure we cannot try to do anything right now, because if it is judgment, then we would need to like double sharp side single combat. Oh, I didn't even realize he was almost dead actually. That's funny.
Virtue guides me.
Well, we've got the stats, maybe. I guess let's go fishing. If he has our post, this is gonna feel bad.
Everything I've worked for.
Why did I think she wasn't dying there? Do I even want to try to pull out a win at this point? That is shame concede worthy. I just paid 2 mana to kill my own Fiora.
Like a gale through the valley. Fall by my sword.
Hope burns on.
You're covered.
Justice will be served. Strength in grace, beauty in the blade. Fight me, lucky you.
I mean, yeah, we kind of just don't really have a win condition anymore.
Follow my lead.
At least not yet, anyway.
Where is my second?
I guess that's something?
Aspiring trichologist.
Master Sid will be pleased.
This is one of the record books.
You will be scoured from this land.
Stand for what's right.
Yeah. Man, we would have just been sitting on a 3 out of 4 Fiora if I could actually process math. What the hell was that? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I saw all the numbers, and for whatever reason, my brain was just like, yeah, this checks out. You're good, man. So this is, like, pure Fiora. I guess we do have good tools for, like, denying her from getting stuff done. We should be, like, hard fishing for a repost, I think. Okay, basically found it.
I long for a worthy opponent. Save your words. We speak with blades. Just the way I like it.
So he could frostbite her this turn.
I never hold back.
On guard.
At the very least, we don't get punished for this at all. Yeah.
I will put you, try me.
If he has like single combat, then he'll kill her basically.
This will be quick. Surely, a tragedy.
I think we basically need to pass 1 to 2 turns. This would have been so nice to have last rounds. I think we just let him pass. We'll take 6 or whatever. We can even take 12. We just need to start setting up for... How are you showing up now?
The eye of twilight sees all. It must be done. We swim within the flows of magic.
It might be intent to tap below 4. Depends on if they pull the trigger.
Balance that.
It kind of was.
Too easy.
I wanted this to kind of be bait that we would have a riposte for their drag. I guess the problem with this too is this gives them brittle steel. I don't think we flinch yet. I think we have him go for 4 to 4. Because we don't have enough for like riposte plus concerted.
Waters are still.
Would have been a nice pickup to pick up a long time ago, but
Your move.
yeah, we don't really have a solution for riposte. But yeah, we do. Problem is, if he has concerted of his own, we need to hold 4 for our own riposte. This is actually a really weirdly complex turn that I'm not spending enough time thinking about here. Sure, dude.
For the honor, try me.
If he has another Purify, I think we don't win here. Pretty sharp sight might actually not be a bad play. Just a play around Brittle. I honestly didn't even really know that that deck was ran detain. We have to make use of this barrier now. It's not a bad pickup. Doesn't actively help us though. We're out of repost actually, so yeah, nice job, dude. Would have been extremely good to have had last turn.
Your move. Oh god.
Yeah. I don't know. People are playing weird duck suddenly. Like standalone Fiora hasn't existed in so long. I don't know, I might. I need to do more research, I think, tonight. We've got one more day of prep. Neither of these decks. I think if I had 2 of Atrocity, I think this might feel a little bit better. But the whole idea of I just hope you don't have a solution for Fearsomes feels a little bit too bad sometimes to me. And I don't like how low stat line all of our stuff is. I can't run SI plus failure again. Nightfall definitely not gonna be happening. I could try scouts. I don't know. I don't think it's a good scout meta. Maybe. We'll do this tomorrow. I don't want to screw up my sleep schedule too badly. I was on normal schedule today. We'll call it there for this evening. Peace out.